What up, my people? Welcome back to another Raw Talk video where I pretty much just talk about whatever's in here, whatever just comes out. I'm not reading a damn ChatGPT script. I'm not looking at my phone, or I'm not reading a script my neighbor told me, my coach told me. I'm talking to you out of my head. So everything that I'm about to spit out is straight out of here. So listen up. In this video, I want to talk about how dopamine, how it operates in your life, how it gives you motivation to feel, to execute the task that you want so bad, or to achieve that goal that you want, achieve that girl that you want, the money, the fame, whatever. Dopamine is the drive, that is the gasoline pretty much to get you to your destination. Obviously, the discipline is the number one shit. Discipline beats up, whoops fucking motivation's ass any day. And I just want to talk about the cheap and the good dopamine that will help you, that will give you that drive every single day, even though you won't feel it every single day, but it'll give you a little boost to keep fucking going and not stopping. And I want to talk about the shitty dopamine that gives you a quick high and a really, really quick, really low. I'm talking about below the chart low, which is pornography, video games, mindlessly scrolling, doom scrolling, fucking watching Netflix, big video games, every fucking thing, junk food, all that shit is cheap dopamine. All that is dopamine that you did not work hard for, and it was really easy to achieve, which it comes down with a really quick and big down that it literally brings you down the baseline of your dopamine. So it's harder to now get up and get that dopamine spike again. And I've been through this. Like, there's been days, I remember when I used to watch porn, play video games late at night, and then the next day I'll feel like fucking shit, or I have no fucking motivation. I just feel fucking like shit, and that's because my dopamine dropped, and it transferred to the next fucking morning, which is why I have no drive. And I also stopped doing all of that shit, and it gave me more motivation. Obviously, I still struggle sometimes with binge eating. Like, I wouldn't say, probably a year ago I did, but now that's just not an issue. Right now, it's maybe sometimes I catch myself mindlessly scrolling. That's the biggest battle that I have right now. Like, out of all the dopamine shit, that's probably the cheap dopamine shit. That's probably the number one for me right now, is in this moment. But a few years back, I was a fucking slave to everything. Work, pornography, video games, eating like shit, sex, one night stands is another one. I forgot to mention that one. Fucking everything. I used to consume all that shit, and I'll feel like fucking shit, and I'll feel depressed. Then I realized that it's like you get a nut clarity after you eat like shit, after you obviously watch porn, after you jack off, you get that mental clarity, and that's what happened to me. And then the things that I used to replace that fake dopamine for the real dopamine were cold showers, working out, a little bit of caffeine, which caffeine could be bad if you consume a lot every single day. But if you consume just a tiny bit, it's not that bad. Because it's happened to me before where I would chuck an energy drink around, the afternoon. I crash out, go to bed. The next day I feel like fucking shit. I feel unmotivated. I feel terrible, and I gotta drink some more caffeine. Like I said, if you do all the shitty dopamine, it will transfer to the next day, and you will have less motivation to do anything, and it will be easier to hesitate to do something. And another, back to the good dopamine, another one that helps me is this shit right here, because it's something that it's uncomfortable, but it's not uncomfortable for me anymore. But when I first started doing this shit, it was uncomfortable, and I'll get a dopamine spike. I'll start feeling better. And another one was talking to strangers, talking to hot girls I find attractive in the street. That gave me a boom, the biggest fucking dopamine out of working out, cold showers, all that shit fucking knocked it out. But every single day, you start at zero. Every single morning, your dopamine levels are stable. Unless, like I said, unless you watch fucking pornography, you play video games, you fucking ate a pizza last night, your baseline is fucking low for your dopamine. So you gotta consume some more dopamine to get it back up. But you will bring it even more down if you go back to the bullshit. So now you have to fucking work your ass off. And I remember, in order for me to have a good day, to just have to drive all day, I would literally have to wake up early, eat clean, be below a calorie deficit, drink a cup of coffee in the morning. Then I'll start crashing around 11. I'll start going for a walk or something, move around, get my dopamine back up. And then sometimes I would do a cold shower, depending where I'm at. But I'm currently in Colombia, and the shower here is not fucking cold enough. But when I was back in Atlanta, New York, or even Ecuador, I was in Ecuador, that fucking water was, ooh, that shit was fucking cold. The cold ass water, that shit gets you, your dopamine goes fucking up. But yeah, even if you do like the good dopamine, it still has a down, but the down is not as bad as the fucking shitty dopamine that brings you below the baseline and you have less drive. But every single day, you will start at zero. Obviously, if you do some hard shit at that late night, maybe in the morning, you're probably gonna have more drive. It's gonna transfer into the next day, and you might have a little bit more drive in the mornings, which is why you need to have a structured routine. You need to have these habits every single day to carry you out of just carry you like discipline, and it will help you achieve what you want in life. Like all these, like motivation is just a little fuel, a little boost that gives you for your day to day. But obviously, motivation doesn't drag you to the finish line. Discipline does, but it's still a tool that you can use every single day to execute your task or give you more drive so you could get there faster. And yeah, a lot of shit in today's world is very, very easy to fall off. It's very easy to consume cheap dopamine, have less drive, because it's everywhere. This shit is on your phone. This shit is in the food. This shit's in women. Like this, it's fucking everywhere. Like that's why it's easy to get rich now, but it's hard. It's harder to fucking lock in than ever, because you have a lot of information as well that does give you the execution, but it also makes you more confused, and you also overthink every fucking thing you do. So, yeah. And another thing I forgot to mention was the Bible as well. The Bible is a good dopamine spike, which is uncomfortable for some people, even me, every single day. There's days that I'm reading it and nothing is clicking. I'm in another world, but I know if I read it every single day, and that's where discipline pretty much gets me through it. I feel better right after. And it's the same thing when you go to church. When you pray, you feel better right after. You drag it, you're like, man, I don't want to do it. I don't feel like it. And then your dopamine goes up. But yeah, as always, the discipline is what's going to carry you forever. Like, dopamine spikes are good, but the discipline is what gets you to do the uncomfortable dopamine spikes. Like for me, I didn't want to approach fucking strangers every single day, but discipline, I did that shit for 30 days straight, and discipline carried me throughout it. And every time I did it, I didn't regret it. I felt fucking better right after. The same shit with the dopamine, the hard dopamine. Every time it's harder to start, but every single time you execute it, you get it done, or you finish, you feel right, you feel amazing. You never regret it. But the cheap dopamine, you always regret it. You always get that mental clarity. You always get the man, why the fuck did I do it? Man, and that shit happened to me. That shit happened to me with binge eating, with fucking porn, video, probably not video games. I was a fucking nerd, but it's been so long since I played video games, but I still remember I would get from porn, from binge eating, one night stands, yeah, like those are like the loudest for me. But I hope this video helps you guys out and brings you more awareness. So yeah, stop doing that shitty dopamine that brings you fucking way down, and it's harder to do it the next day. So I hope this video helped you guys, and let's have a good Friday.